am Lois.
And I'm MJ. And we've had our fair share of absolute disasters when it comes to the male species, love and relationships.
You name it, and one of us has probably experienced it. So if you want to hear about some hilarious sex stories,
failed situationships with a dash of heated debate,
welcome to the Hoe Phase. Hi everyone!
Hi,
welcome back. Back. It is.
What episode are we on, Lois?
I think we're on episode 10, you know.
10! Episode 10, baby.
What have you been up to?
Bloody hell. I went to Yorkshire Wildlife Park.
Went to Yorkshire
Which was really wholesome and lovely. What the hell have I done?
You're forgetting one major thing that we did together.
Oh, we went out on Friday!
Yeah, we did. And what did we do while we were out?
I couldn't tell you. I was smashed.
We met up with our old dancing
friends. Sorry. Rewind. I thought you meant, what did we do when we were on the night out? I was like, Lois, I was fucking smashed. I can't remember any of it.
We had 2 bottles of wine.
We did 2?
Yeah, between us. So a bottle of wine each, yeah. I spent all day Saturday in bed.
And I was hanging out my arsehole, walking around Yorkshire Wildlife Park.
Yeah.
Looking at all the otters and the lions and the tigers and the bears and the
squeaky otters.
They're squeaky.
Squeaky.
And the red pandas.
Red pandas?
Yeah, they were sleeping though, so you couldn't see their faces.
What the heck? Did you see the polar bear?
Yeah, they're 2.
2 polar
They've
bears?
actually got 3. They had to keep the male and the women separate because it's mating season in the animal kingdom at the moment. And Yorkshire Wildlife Park can't house many more animals at the moment. They're planning on extending it though, fun fact. So
Good.
yeah,
Okay.
highly recommend going if you've not been before.
We're going to see JLS there.
We are! I'm
Just so random.
buzzed.
It's so random, but I'm excited.
Yeah, so my sister's boyfriend works there, so he gets free tickets.
Love that.
So we're going to see JLS. What did you get up to this weekend?
What did I get up to? Obviously went out on Friday, got absolutely obliterated. Don't really remember a lot.
No, neither do I. Anxiety wasn't real though on Saturday.
I mean, my anxiety was real in the sense of I posted a video of us singing Unwritten.
No.
Horrendous.
This is actually hilarious though. I have got about 6 videos of us at different times throughout the evening
singing Unwritten.
Singing Unwritten. Why were we singing Unwritten though, Lois?
Because we're going to get onto that in a minute.
Yeah.
I also had the fear that I'd text my ex.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I didn't.
Why?
I don't know. I
weird.
must have dreamt that I'd done it.
Possibly.
And I woke up the next morning and I checked.
Yeah.
And I hadn't. And I was like,
okay, that's all right then.
God.
Imagine.
But
yeah, I didn't wake up with...
I haven't told you this.
What? Oh my God, what?
He texted me.
No, what?
Yeah.
Saying what? Why the fuck haven't you told me this?
Because I wanted to tell you on here.
Oh my God. Wait, which one?
Who do you think?
Recent one?
Yeah.
Oh my God. What the fuck? Saying what? Oh, what did he say? Have you met up with him?
No. Oh my
Okay.
God, no.
What did he say?
No. As much as I really, really wanted to, I was like,
please, no.
I can't do it to myself.
No, you really can't.
No.
If you have any self-respect, you will not go back there.
No, I know.
What did he say? I miss you.
No.
What?
You're going to hate him.
Oh, what?
He put what you say in at 3 a.m.
I hate men. What the fuck?
I know.
At 3 o'clock, what you say? I'm in bed.
I'm asleep.
Fuck off. What are you saying? Nothing, because I'm actually asleep. I'm not saying anything. What the fuck? Yeah. What are you saying? Nothing to you, my friend.
I know.
Not even my friend. Nothing to you, you prick. Oh, that's annoyed me.
Yeah. You're going to hate me even more when I
What?
told you what I replied.
Nothing.
No.
What did you say? Why did you reply?
Because I was half asleep, I saw it and I got excited and then
What did you say?
Replied and fell back to sleep. I put miss you.
Lois, no,
and
you
then
don't.
he read it and didn't reply.
Block him. There's no point in having his number.
He ain't got my number. That was on Instagram.
Ugh.
That's even worse, isn't
That
it?
is even worse. Oh, because you've changed your number.
I've changed my number.
What are you saying? Nothing to you anymore because I've changed my number. Fuck off.
You haven't got my number anymore.
Oh!
I've got the fear that you tried to, like, ring
Probably
me. And
did.
just went,
No, that's
this number is not
No,
in service.
that is exactly what's happened.
Yeah.
And the reason he's gone to Instagram. Ugh.
Yeah.
Why the fuck did you say miss you?
I don't know. I was half asleep, saw it, got excited.
But for why?
Text him that, went back to sleep, woke up, and I was like, oh shit, why did I do that?
Yeah.
But I'd already seen it, so I couldn't unsend it.
But he didn't reply to it?
No, he didn't.
Because he realised at 3 a.m. Why the fuck is he messaging you? Oh,
Men.
I hate men.
Yeah, me too. What are we talking about this week?
Go on.
Love is Blind.
Love is blind! Oh my fucking god!
Not Emma last week saying, this is the first season I think we're going to get all 3 yeses.
Boy, was I wrong. Spoilers, just in case anybody hasn't watched this. I had so much faith
For AD and Clay.
For AD and Clay. But part of it is she's Delulu.
Oh,
She was
my
ignoring
God, yeah.
absolutely everything that man was saying to her.
Yeah.
Jimmy, what the fuck, man?
Apparently they're still together.
Yeah, they are still together. But, like, I'm sorry. What the fuck? This is the thing that I don't understand with Love is Blind. Why are you signing up for Love is Blind if you're not ready for marriage?
Yeah.
Like, what's the fucking point? The whole point of the show is that you
get
meet
married.
your soulmate, and after 4 weeks you get married.
Yeah.
That is the whole point of the show. What? None of this. Oh, I'm not ready to commit to you. Cheating is not genetic. But like, I can sort of understand. There's a massive part of me that feels really bad for Clay because his dad. That whole interaction with his mum, I understand. Mm-hmm. I understand why Clay is like, oh, that's what a marriage is. I don't want it.
Yeah.
Because Clay is his dad. And his dad is apparently his dad. Apparently, newsflash everyone, cheating is genetic.
In Clay's family.
AD, what a queen.
She is a queen.
Fucking love her, but she's Delulu.
She is Delulu. But
I genuinely didn't think there was going to be a no, though.
I respect her in the sense of, like, she said, we're not dating.
Oh, yeah. I think I have major respect for her for remembering her own self-worth. Mm-hmm. In the sense that she stuck by her word. She didn't go back on what she'd already said. Mm-hmm. But Clay thinking that he could change her mind, that was like major. When he was like, what, like, why are you saying we're done? We're not done. Yes, you are. You're done. You've just absolutely embarrassed the woman that you supposedly love.
Yeah.
Nah, you don't do that. What I did love, though, is when Clay said no, and AD was looking at him going, Clay, what the hell? And then the moment that like, that whole interaction was done, she just turned to her family and went, and they all up and left. And I was like, snaps.
I respected Clay's mum for giving her a hug and was like, I'm
Absolutely.
so sorry.
Yeah.
Like, that's
But
not her
also
fault.
still standing by Clay.
Yeah.
Because again, this is something that I said because my Bruno was watching it. My Bruno was watching it with us, wasn't he? And he was like, but like, at least he didn't say yes. And I'm like, yeah, at least he didn't say yes. Because if he did say yes and then he did cheat on her, it can't be like the whole I told you so, because it would just be like, why the fuck did you marry me anyway? Yeah. So at least he stuck by his guns in the sense that he knew he wasn't ready for marriage. I just think it's so like, ugh. And like, from the previews of the reunion, we can see that he's like trying to grovel his way back into AD's life. And
I'm just gonna see how she takes it, because they've not really given us anything from her perspective. They've literally just shown Clay going, I made a mistake, she's the love of my life, and she's like crying.
Yeah.
But I'm ready. I'm so ready.
I'm so ready. And the whole Jimmy and Chelsea thing. Sarah Ann.
She's a clown.
Oh, I think it's ballsy for her to go on. Do you know what I'm loving, though, about this reunion? There's a live audience.
Yes.
And they're bringing back successful couples.
Yeah.
Well done, Johnny and Amy, for actually, getting
good
married.
For you guys. It was a bit boring, but thank you for getting married.
They are boring.
They are a bit boring.
Anyway.
Anywho.
Next topic, go.
Poor Things.
Best film I have seen in a long time. Very long time.
Very, very, very good.
Very good.
I was obsessed.
It's a film that's disguised as a feminist film. Mm-hmm. And the way that Bruno said this, that was when the penny dropped for me, and I went, it makes sense. Mm-hmm. Because he said he really enjoyed Poor Things because it wasn't a shove in your face, this is how women are treated. It wasn't a, I'm going to shove this in your face that women are treated like shit. Women are treated for just the way that they look, even though that they might not be mentally well. Bruno said that he was moved by Poor Things. Mm-hmm. He was moved by it. He thought it was beautiful. He thought that Emma Stone literally was the best thing about that film.
It was just
it's honestly one of the best films I've seen in such a long time.
I thoroughly enjoyed
so cleverly
every minute.
Done. Yeah, so cleverly done. And like just kept taking twists and turns that we didn't expect.
Yeah,
like,
some
at
of
all.
the stuff we were like, eh?
Yeah. I mean, something that I don't, if you have seen Poor Things, take this as you will, because I still don't really know how to take this, but my boss said to me, you really reminded me of Emma Stone in that film. Now, I don't know how to take it, because there are certain things that Emma Stone does do that are very me-esque.
I think, at the beginning when she's with the duck thing, and she's going, meh, meh, I was like, yeah, that's Emma.
But as the film goes on...
Yeah. There's little things that she does, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's Emma. But then, like, obviously the whole storyline is not you.
No, absolutely not. Next, go.
Anyone but you.
Now this cinema's back.
Yeah.
We're back in the 2000s
with
the classic rom-coms. Oh, it was so good.
It was brilliant.
It's based on one of my favourite Shakespeare stories, though.
Yeah.
Much Ado About Nothing.
Yeah.
Oh, just brilliant.
Incredible.
Absolutely. It was funny.
Yes, this was the thing. Like, rom-coms, they're either too much comedy, not enough romance, or too much romance, not enough comedy.
There's too much.
Was perfect.
This, honestly,
Enemies to lovers.
The time scale of it all, like, it was so well done.
Enemies to lovers is my favourite trope.
Yep.
So
Loved
brilliant.
It.
Sydney Sweeney, fuck me, that woman. I'd turn for her.
Honestly, I think this film has also made her as an actress, if that makes sense.
Yes, absolutely.
Because she's always been
a sex symbol.
Yes, always been over-sexualised in everything that she's done. Whereas this, okay, she's kind of sexualised, but not to an extent where that's her whole personality. Like, she's hilarious in it.
She's really
She's actually
funny.
Got a character.
With personality.
Good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Highly recommend. Again, that's on Prime, isn't it?
Yes, but I had to buy it.
Buy it, yeah.
Because it's just fresh out the cinema. But yeah, that's why we were singing Unwritten.
That is literally, yeah.
Staring at the blank page before you. Open up the dirty window. Let the sun illuminate the words that you cannot find. Reaching for something in the distance, so close you can almost taste it. Release your inhibitions, feel the rain on your skin. No one else can feel it for you, only you can let it in. No one else can speak the words on your lips.
Right, next! The Kate-spiracy continues, everyone.
I don't actually know much more about this Kate-spiracy thing. I've seen bits on Twitter, but Emma's, like, delved.
I have.
Deep into the Kate-spiracy. So, I'm going to let you take the reins.
Right, so...
Take the reins, baby. I'm going to eat a mini egg whilst taking the reins.
All right, fine. So, we all saw on the social medias that they posted a picture of Kate and her 3 children, saying how, thank you so much for all your well wishes. I'm doing great. I'll see you soon.
It was fake.
Well, let's deep dive into this.
Go on, I'm ready.
So the first inkling of it being a bit of a dodgy picture, there's no wedding ring. Engagement ring gone, wedding ring gone, and that's where it started, like, trickling on Twitter. Everybody being like, "Oh my god, it's happening! They've divorced." But then I see a tweet saying, "No, this photo is actually dodgy." Again, as I'm deep diving, this photo has been completely rejigged, re-photoshopped. It's not a real photo.
Can I just say, is one of the things that you've seen, her face is from her Vogue cover?
Yep. Yeah. I saw that. So I saw that earlier on today.
Yeah, so did
I. So face is the Vogue cover.
Yeah.
You look at Charlotte, right? Her wrist is away from the sleeve. Like, it's not lined up properly. The skirt is not aligned properly. And you know me, I'm all for like a conspiracy theory, but I was really looking into this because I was like, no, maybe it's just the fold of the skirt. And then you look at the hand on, is his name Louis? Is he the younger one?
The youngest one, yeah.
Her hand.
It's like this, isn't it?
So her hand is blurry on him.
Yeah.
And then he's got his fingers crossed on the table like this.
Yeah.
Now again, that might just be like something. I mean, I used to play with my fingers all the time when I was a kid, like move them around and twist them and stuff. So that might just be a thing. But then George around her neck, one hand is looking rather dodgy, and the other hand, there's a crossed fingers situation. It's all very dodgy. Then this is the bit that I don't think that you've seen.
Okay, go on.
The top publicists in the UK, I think they're called AP, have called for that photo to be recalled and deleted because it's fake. That has come from the top dogs in the publicity world saying, we can't use this photo because it's fake. So, the 4 main newspapers in the country have pulled the photo. Obviously, it's on social media now, so they can't do anything. But what they are doing is they are saying, we need you to stop posting this picture because it's not real. Then, apparently, the princess has come out and said that she was just trying to do some editing on the photo because she wasn't too happy with it.
It's a whole AI generated photo.
It's a completely faked photo. But she said that Prince William took the photo and that she just edited it to make it look nicer. It's giving bullshit. It's giving, I'm saying it now, she's been shipped off to another country. They are no longer together and she's been shipped off to some remote island, Shutter Island. That's where she's at.
Oh God.
She's on Shutter Island. But no, in all seriousness, I actually hope that she's okay.
Yeah.
Ryan Gosling. The man that you are. Not that he will ever see this, but that performance of I'm Just Ken will go down in history. That is my new Roman Empire. That whole performance. Incredible.
I watched it this morning in bed and I was like, I don't want to get out of bed. I don't want to go to work this morning. I watched that. I had a newfound sense of life.
And the fact that Slash from Guns N' Roses is playing the guitar. It's just so stupid, but it's the most, brilliant. So iconic.
Amazing.
Incredible.
I love you, Ryan Gosling.
Illy.
I love the fact that the other Kens were there too.
Shooty was there. Doctor Who was at the Oscars. And that's that.
I'm just Ken.
Anywhere else I'd be a 10.
We're all Ken-off. Jem, you are Ken-off.
Oh, you should have worn your jumper.
Oh, it's upstairs. Shall I go put it on?
Yeah.
Okay, BRB. This goes against my alt emo vibe, but I don't care because I love this jumper with my entire being. I am Ken-off.
Yeah.
I'm just Ken. Anywhere else I'd be a 10.
If anybody tells me that I'm not the best present buyer in the world, they are just wrong.
When I opened this, I almost shat myself. I was so excited.
Hey.
Oh, it's so comfy as well. I just love it. It's time for Alexa play Careless Whisper. This week's topic of Alexa play Careless Whispering is Contraception.
Ah, yes. I will forever do that now.
I know.
Ah, yes.
So, contraception is a bit of a strange topic to kind of talk about because everybody's got different opinions on it. Everyone's on different types of contraception.
Yes.
Like, for example, I'm on the Mirena coil, which is a hormone-based coil. You're on the copper coil, which is a non-hormone-based coil.
Yes.
They're completely different, but they're the same thing.
Yeah.
It's
in principle, yes.
Yeah.
But they do different things.
They do different things because for me, I can't cope off hormones. But I think that's because of my PCOS. Whereas you're better off hormones.
Yeah.
You handle things better.
Yeah, I'm an absolute arsehole when I've got artificial hormones in me. I was on the same pill, from being 16 until 22, 23? 23.
Yeah.
So I was on the same pill for, how many years is that? 7 years?
Yeah.
And I just got so in my head about, like, what I was putting in my body, like, what it might do to me, like, when I get older, like, these things were just constantly going in my head of, like, okay, well, what would happen if I just stopped taking it? Stopped taking it, like, 3 years ago, just before I got with Bruno, because I didn't really need to be on it at the time. Like,
yeah.
I'd always stayed on the pill because she was a sexually active queen. So I'd always stayed on it. Then I came off it when I was, like, no longer seeing anybody. Mm-hmm. It was then when I got with Bruno that I decided to go to the coil, because I'd got these hormones out of my body and I was like, oh, I actually feel like a human being. Do you know what I mean? Like, I just pumped all this shit into me and I was a fucking bitch. Like, no, I wasn't a bitch, but I was moody. I used to switch my moods up so quick. Mm-hmm. Like, when I was on my period, I mean, I'm not great now, but at least, like, I'm aware of how I'm feeling when I'm on, or when I'm about to come on, or when I've just come off. Like,
yeah,
I know when my low moods are going to be because, my period's coming round. Yeah. Whereas I just used to, like, be so snappy, be shouty, be a horrible person. And if you ask every single one of my exes, they would totally agree with you. But went on the coil, no hormones in it at all. However, when I have my periods, I'm always regular. Like, I've always been regular my entire menstrual journey, let's say.
Yeah.
Menstrual lifetime. I don't know what to call it. Menstrual something.
My whole period.
Period.
Material girl.
Material girl. My whole time that I've been on my period, I've always been regular. I went to Thailand last year. And I had been told that if I took period blockers, they would make me feel better when I was on holiday. But was I wrong? Yep. It was not good. Girls, gays and theys, it was not good. It was the worst. No, the holiday itself was great. But the time I was there, I was taking these period blockers and they were adding hormones into my body to stop me from having a period. And bitch, I was a bitch. I was not a nice person. I was a fucking arsehole. Me and Bruno did nothing but argue the entire time we were on this holiday because I was just a moody arsehole. I was snappy. It was hot as well. I put half of it down to that because it was literally 40 degrees whilst we were out there. But I was just not a nice person. And that is when I went, no, yeah, I'm a bitch when it comes to hormones. Adding hormones into me. I've got enough. I'm all right.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I don't have enough.
Yeah.
Which is why I need.
I mean, I don't actually know. Like, I've never had somebody, because I've just always gone, oh, I'll go on this pill, and then I've gone, oh, I'll go on the copper coil because I don't want hormones in my body because I've just got rid of them all. Because I'd gone like 6 months without being on anything.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't want to put them back in when I've just got rid of them all. Like,
yeah.
I don't know because I've never had somebody tell me. I've never had somebody like do an ultrasound on me. I've never had somebody like take tests on me. But you have had that.
Yeah.
Because...
Yeah, because I don't have regular periods. I mean, I don't have them at all now, but even when I wasn't on contraception, I wouldn't have a period for like 7 months. And I was like, what the fuck is wrong with me? So I went and had all my tests done. And I had to have blood tests, and that's when they said, you don't have enough androgen in your body, which is... I don't even know what hormone it is, but... No, I have too much androgen, which is
it's a male dominant
hormone, and I have too much of it, which is why I don't have periods, because I don't have a balanced hormone thing. So that's why I have the hormone-based coil to pump those hormones into my body to make me less of an arsehole, because I have more male-based hormones, which means I'm like a man.
Not like a man.
I'm not like a man.
No.
It's all very fucked up. But yeah, I was on the... What was my pill called? I went on the pill at like 18, and I was on it for literally less than a year because it made me suicidal. Yeah. I was so depressed. And it was Rivaroxaban.
Oh, the pink one.
Yes.
I don't know a single person who's on that pill that's not had a bad experience.
Yeah. I was on it for maybe like 9-10 months and I had to come off it. And I mean, obviously I wasn't sexually active. So it didn't matter if I wasn't on anything. It was to regulate my periods, because at that point my periods weren't regular. But I didn't know why. What
did you do when you were with your ex then?
I was on a different pill.
Right.
It was... I can't remember what it was called.
I was on the microgrenon. The green one.
Mine was a yellow one. It began with a C. Yeah, I was on the Sorel pill. And I was on that for 3 years, I think.
Yeah.
But I came off it around the same time that you came off yours, because I think we said we'll both do it together.
Yeah.
And then we got the coil within weeks of each other.
Yeah, we did. Because we can't do anything without each other.
We can't do anything without each other. And now... basically, I still get period symptoms, but I just don't bleed. But because we live together, our periods have synced up.
Yep.
So now I know when I'm feeling really hormonal and I get backache, stomachache and headaches around the same time as MGEM, because our periods have synced up.
Yeah.
Which is hilarious, by the way. So yeah,
Crazy
I always
times.
know where my period is, even though I don't bleed.
Yeah. And another great form of contraception is...
The condom.
The condom. Now, ladies, if you're sexually active and having sex with more than one person at once, wrap it! Same with you boys. No kicking off about wearing condoms.
Before you tap it, wrap it.
I will never understand why boys kick off about...
I've never had a boy... Them. Personally, I've never had a boy kick off about
I've never had anybody kick off.
I mean, obviously
either.
They're like, really?
Oh, it's so much better without.
And yes, I agree, but
if you don't want a child,
if you don't want an
one
STD,
on or that, I've got a story about that.
Don't tap it, wrap it.
And on that note, that was Alexa Play Girl's Whisper. It's time for the listener stories.
Listener stories. Yeah.
Thank you again, everybody, for sending them in.
You listen to us.
Yep.
We thank you.
We do thank you, but we do need you to keep them coming.
Yes, because we can't go dry like we did last time.
It was. You had us scared for a moment. I was frightened.
I was like, oh my lord, are we gonna have to stop this podcast at like 10 episodes?
Boring.
I can't do it. Personally, this keeps me going.
So we need you to send them in. The email address is podcast.thehoephase@gmail.com.
Hell yeah, it is.
And just so you are aware, you are all anonymous.
Yes.
Every single person is anonymous.
We will never, ever out your identity.
Never. On that note, we've got one from a Kevin.
A Kevin! That's exciting.
Are we ready?
I'm so ready.
Through my whole life before university, I had a bit of an emotional journey with my family, friends, and people I was seeing. However, even after these certain people made me feel whatever way, they'd all say that similar things such as, man up, stop being so emotional, and my personal favourite of men don't cry.
What? Boys cry too.
They do. So safe to say I was buzzing to go to university.
Slay.
At my first week of uni, I was so nervous because I wanted to make a good impression. I can't remember all the details, but I met one of my closest friends on the first night at uni, and he took care of me.
Aww.
One night, I messaged my new friend and asked if he's going to the SU. He says he is, but with some of his course mates, and said I could come along. I went to this pre-drinks, and there was a lot of people there, but my eyes fell on one girl. Who I could not take my eyes off, and I could see that she noticed me too. We didn't really talk, but kept making eye contact, and we start playing games as a group. One game being Piccolo. If you have never played Piccolo, download that game. It's so fucking good.
You introduced me to Piccolo.
It's such a good game, especially for like pre-drinks.
Breaking the ice.
Breaking the ice. This game was drama. One of the side games that Piccolo wanted us to do was slap each other on the arse for some reason.
Okay.
The girl, let's call her Emily, said she couldn't take part, and when we asked why, she said that she had a boyfriend. Okay, she wanted to be respectful of the fact that she had a boyfriend.
Good for Kevin.
This is a long story. Okay, we don't know where this is going. I then broke, but carried on as normal. We spoke a bit through the night out and became friends, even though we had nothing in common. She was on a musical theatre course, and I was on a sport course.
Interesting.
However, over the freshers' year, we got closer. My friend kept warning me not to try anything, and I always said no. I would never do that, as she has a boyfriend and I want to respect that.
Good boy.
Well, towards the end of the year, I started to see less of Emily, but one day I saw her and she was super upset, and she was sat with all of our friends. I went over and asked her if she was okay, and I got told her boyfriend dumped her.
Oh, sad for Emily, but like, yay for Kev.
I know I shouldn't say this, but my God, I was overjoyed.
Tee-hee.
But knew I had to wait for my opportunity.
Yes, don't jump straight
Good.
in.
Well done. Because they've got a friendship. You don't want to spoil the friendship.
Yeah.
I have been there. You don't want to spoil the friendship. A couple of weeks passed, and I was a pure gentleman. I took her out for lunch.
Oh, a little
Had
lunch date.
deep chats with her, and just generally spent time with each other in a group and alone. Nothing ever happened in this 2 weeks. I was worried that I was the only one that was feeling a certain way. So, like I do when emotions get too much, I hit the brake and do nothing for a while with her. Okay, so he's gone, I don't want to get too attached to you.
Okay.
I'm going to keep you at arm's length. Which...
when you're going through a breakup.
Yeah,
but
and...
from his perspective, he really likes it.
Yeah, and if that was me, I don't know about you, I would be getting mixed signals from that person if they kept doing stuff with me all the time.
Yes.
Like, I'd be wanting them to ask me out, even though I was in a vulnerable state. So the fact that you've gone, no, I'm going to keep you at arm's length.
No.
Good for you, because you're not leading her to a place of, oh my God, this is going somewhere. Yeah. A few weeks pass, and I was going to a festival for the weekend that was in Bournemouth. I decided it was a great idea to go out the night before and see her on the night out, and she was looking fat as hell. All of the L's. I was trying not to make it obvious that I was looking at her. She saw me and came running over. She pinched my arse And I acted surprised, like I didn't know who it was. We then started talking like nothing had ever happened. And she started making those kind of fuck me eyes at me.
Emily.
And asked me questions like, how does my arse look? And can you see my thong? And can you see my thong through my dress? Okay. Is she drunk? Is she just playing into it?
Fuck him.
Or that? I think it was written all over my face. She could see I was so mind blown by it. She dragged me to the dance floor. She started dancing and grinding on me. I wasn't sure if this would be a one-night thing or not, but I took my chance. As we were dancing, I took my chance and kissed her.
Kevin. Round of applause for Kevin.
Round of applause. Well done. You grafted for that kiss.
Well done, Kevin.
She started to kiss back. And then after we kissed, she said, I've been waiting for you to do that for weeks. Yes. I was shocked. Safe to say, we went back to her accommodation and had the best sex I've ever had. You go, Glen Coco. Papa, you, Glen Coco.
I feel like a proud
mom. She was amazing and so loud. Oh. So loud, in fact, her flatmate heard us and brought us some water when she could hear we both finished.
That's incredible.
I love that. After the amazing sex, we sat and spoke all night and morning long, and she said she'd fancied me ever since we first met. But she had a boyfriend and wanted to stay loyal with him. But when she got dumped, apparently she told my friend she wanted to explore things with me. And my friend said to her not to, as it would ruin the friendship group.
Okay.
I was shook to my core to think my friend didn't want her to get with me. So, the next few weeks before uni ended, we were chatting and enjoying each other's company in more ways than one. But summer break came upon us, and she lived up north and I lived way down south, both being skint uni students. Both couldn't visit each other over the summer. Aww. But we were messaging and Snapchatting. Snapchatting every day, and we both enjoyed a good sexting session.
Who doesn't?
I love a good sexting session. I managed to get some work up in London and suggested we meet there, and I could work during the day and spend time with her in the evening. She then couldn't make it due to family issues, and then before going back to uni, I went on a night out and ended up kissing a different girl. I felt horrible. I went home and immediately messaged her in my drunken state, thought it was a good idea, saying what happened and wanted to be honest with her because I wanted things to progress with us. She was upset with me and we didn't speak for a week. Next thing I know, she got a new boyfriend. She met him. Get a boyfriend in a week? She met him on Tinder because she thought I was secretly seeing people behind her back. I was devastated, but decided to stay friends with her because she was a lovely, caring person, and it was my fault, really. To this day, we both still occasionally send a message to check in with each other. We are both in healthy, loving relationships, and knowing that makes me happy. Aww. I think that's Kevin's one that got away.
Yeah, I do too.
Oh, what the hell? On to the next one. Are we ready?
I'm ready.
This is a long time ago, and in the days before mobile phones.
Oh, wow.
We're going way back. We're going way back when, team.
Way back when.
Way back when. Me and my two best friends were at uni, and we were coming home to spend the weekend together. We decided that we would bring our respective boyfriends with us.
Respective boyfriends?
But me and Emily didn't want our parents to know. We were good Catholic girls.
Yeah,
and didn't fraternise with boys.
Oh, we've
well,
all said that.
You're talking to a good Catholic girl here too.
You are not a good Catholic.
Shut up, yeah.
Sex before marriage.
So, we came up with the plan that we would stay with. We've got an extra female in here.
Okay.
We'll call her Susie.
Susan.
So we came up with the plan that we would stay with Susan and tell our parents that we were staying at each other's houses and we would smuggle the boys in.
Oh.
The plan came together and we all went to the house and had a great night. And at the end of the evening, we all paired off and went to bed. In the middle of the night, the phone rang in the house. No mobile phones, remember?
Okay.
And Susan answered.
Mm-hmm.
It was my mum, as in Louise's mum. Trying to find her. I was supposed to be spending the night at Emily's.
Right.
There had been an incident, and Emily's mum was trying to get a hold of her.
Right.
So, she had rung our house expecting Emily to be with me at my house.
Right.
My mum panicked because she thought I was there. It all got a bit stressful. I was definitely 19 at the time.
Oh, why's she panicking then?
But my mum is scary.
My mum is scary.
As was Emily's.
Oh, no, not scary mothers.
I can't remember exactly what happened next, but we ended up all going to our respective homes at 2 a.m.
Oh, dear.
The next morning, my boyfriend at the time, Kevin, came around to apologise to my mum.
Oh, good on you, Kevin.
She was scary even to him.
Oh, good Lord.
And she was in the garden at the time. She proceeded to soak him with the hose and told him off for making me lie to her. And I got away with it.
Louise.
So Louise dubbed the boyfriend in it and got away with it.
You dirty
And it's because
out.
she's a good Catholic girl.
She's a good Catholic lady.
And she's blaming the boy. We've got another one.
Oh.
So this one, do we remember the story that we told about good old Pete the other week?
Sorry, Pete.
This is about the proposal. Pete and I had been seeing each other for about a month.
A month?
And he was going to the university ball that he had organised to go to before we met.
Right, okay.
I was broke, so I couldn't afford to go. So he went with some other people in my house.
Okay.
I stay in, have a couple of beers, watch some telly, and then went to bed. They all roll in at about 2 a.m. Pete came into my room and proceeded to tell me all about the evening. Apparently, he had bumped into his ex, the one who had broken his heart.
Oh no, Pete.
And as he was hammered at the time, he had proceeded to tell her all about me and how we were going to get married, have 3 children, live in a fabulous house somewhere, have great jobs.
Mm-hmm.
While he's telling me this, he's really elaborating about our kids. That one is going to be good at science and maths, one is going to be good at music, and one is going to be good at art. 2 boys and a girl. Please remember at this point, I was basically stone cold sober. He eventually, about an hour later, passed out.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the house was still up next door in the living room, so I went through there and said, I think Pete has just proposed. The next morning, he couldn't remember any of it.
I'm not surprised.
Apparently, he still can't.
Yeah.
Forward wind another 18 months.
Oh, wow.
And we had ended up working in different areas in the country. Long distance was going okay, but I wanted a little bit more stability.
Mm-hmm.
Leap Day was coming up. And it is a tradition that women can propose on the 29th of February.
Yeah.
I needed to know if this relationship was a long-term thing.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't get time off to go to the other end of the country to see him, so I wrote a letter to Pete basically proposing to him.
Oh.
I timed it so it would arrive on the 29th. He rang me on the 29th and we chatted as we did every other evening, and it must have been 20 minutes into the conversation before I had to ask him if he'd have received a letter. His comment was that he had received a letter from some mad woman asking him to marry her. Conversation went on for another 15 minutes before I had to ask him his answer. He said yes. And then I said it was up to him to propose properly now.
Okay.
Fast forward to Christmas. And we are at Pete's house for Christmas Day. Mm-hmm. We are opening presents in the morning and I'm about to open mine from Pete, but his grandma phone's in the middle. He goes to speak to her and I carry on opening my present. It's a very large box from a lingerie company.
Not in front of the family.
With some very nice underwear in it.
Not in front of the
family.
Bear
in mind, I'm opening this in front of his parents.
Oh my God.
And at the bottom is a little box.
Oh.
Pete is still not back in the room.
God's sake, Pete.
But I open it thinking it might be earrings. But it isn't. It's an emerald engagement ring. And he's still not in the room.
Oh, for fuck's sake, Pete.
He comes back in and puts the ring on my finger. But there is no down on one knee moment.
Oh.
We celebrate with our families and start planning a party. We go forward to New Year's Eve and it is just before midnight. We are at a friend's party and Pete comes and finds me and takes me aside in a small room and gets down on one knee.
Oh.
And asks me to marry him.
Properly.
It only took 4 goes, but that was the final proposal. And I did say yes.
Oh, wonderful. I'm really glad.
So, yeah. Bloody hell.
That was a long-winded proposal.
A box of lingerie?
In front of the parents.
In front of the parents. How iconic.
Oh, Pete doesn't do anything by half, does he?
He absolutely does not. Our final story for the day.
Final story.
I was at a house party.
Oh, I love a house party.
And being 18 years old and not wanting the wrath of my dance teacher whilst I had a hangover, I was drinking cider and being the sober friend at said party. I was watching after my friends whilst they all got wasted.
Love that for them.
It was around 10:30.
10:30 and you wasted.
When one of the lads, who had recently broken up with his girlfriend, who was the most drunk person at the party, was sent home. But no one wanted him to walk home alone.
Okay.
And being the most sober, I went with him. I had known this guy since I was 4. And we had been through nursery all the way through to 6th form. So the guy, let's call him Bruno, decided that so that we didn't lose each other on the walk, to hold my hand.
Okay.
He had been a little flirty, and him and his ex had always jokingly invited me to be a threesome with them, as I was bi.
Right.
Interesting. Anyway, that night, he had been flirting his pants off, and anything that had 2 legs and boobs, but I was the final catch of the night.
Aww.
We got to his house, and by this point I had warmed up to the idea of possibly doing a little more with him.
Oh!
As I wanted a good kiss and a grope too.
Oh, I love a good grope, you know.
So, he unlocked his door, and I pulled his shoulder to turn around, and I kissed him.
Oh, slay.
I had at least 3 ciders and a beer at this point, so you're not 100% sober.
No,
You've had 4 drinks.
She's a little bit merry.
A little bit merry. And we got a little enthusiastic outside his front door.
Oh, not outside. The neighbours will see.
Yeah. He then said, we need to stop, just come inside. And then pointed not only to their Ring doorbell, but a security camera on the front door.
No!
I still have no idea if his parents saw any of it. Oops. We go into his house and he pulls me half onto his lap, leaning against his sofa, and kisses me. And I swear his hand completely covered my waist. He then dragged me up the stairs to his room where no clothes were removed, but he definitely knew how to use the inseam of jeans.
Yeah, so he was like feeling her up through the inseam of her jeans.
Oh, that is... Sorry, I probably made that... After about 20 minutes of nothing but touching, he said I should go back as we've both had a drink. So I left slightly turned on, more than half satisfied, and alone walking back to the house full of drunk people. Oh, so she had to walk back
on her own
by herself.
Oh, I don't like that.
That's a bad move from Bruno.
However,
when I got back to the house, someone shouted that I needed to go to Kevin to his house to get more booze as well as pick up some snacks. Kevin had been my best friend for at least 2 years, with a blip of us dating in the middle. And that's all we had been since. I went over to his house to study a lot and we hung out and his parents liked me. We went to Tesco on the way to his house to pick up snacks for everyone and ourselves for the walk back. Grabbed the booze and snacks, put me in a bag and walked... What?
Put me in a bag?
Put me in a bag. Put them in a bag, I'm guessing.
Put them in a bag
and walked back to the house party. On the way back, I had told Kevin what had happened with Bruno and we giggled about it.
Mm-hmm.
When we got back, everyone kept teasing us, asking why we took so long when it was at least a 20-minute walk to Kevin's house alone, and yet no one suspected a thing happened between me and Bruno when asked if I got him home okay. Kevin is my one that got away, but he is still my best friend to this day, and he is still one of the only people I 100% trust in a car. So basically, she got half groped by this Bruno and then came back after being half groped. No one questioned it. Went to Kevin's house, came back from Kevin's house, and everybody questioned them, even though nothing happened with Kevin. So that tells me that people did expect things to happen with Kevin.
So this week, we have decided to skip housemate stories.
Yeah.
Just because we've had quite a lot to talk about in the intro.
Yes.
And don't need housemate stories of us being slags.
No, you don't.
Not this week. They will return hopefully next week.
They will. Our next segment is Questions to the Listener.
Question to the listener.
It's always so long.
Rude.
Right. So we had a few questions this week.
Mm-hmm.
We'll start with the one that I added in because it was International Women's Day on Friday just gone.
It was.
So we asked, what women in your life are we celebrating? Not just on International Women's Day, but every day.
Every day.
So we've got my girl gang, my 2 beautiful daughters, and my niece.
Aww.
Lovely. Mum and sister, obviously, but my mother-in-law is one of the most amazing women I know.
Oh, how lovely.
The legend that is Penny Walsh.
Penny Walsh.
Not just my grandma, but grandma to all she meets.
She
now,
is.
Penny Walsh is my grandma.
She is.
And
An
she
amazing
is
woman.
Incredible. We love Penny Walsh.
We love Penny Walsh.
We love Penny Walsh.
She's the people's grandma. You know, like
She
Princess
is.
Di was the people's princess. Penny Walsh is the
Walsh.
people's grandma.
We love you, Penny Walsh.
Love you, Penny Walsh.
Love you, I miss you. My incredible friends, how lucky we are to have a group of girly pops that support you. Aww.
Aww.
We've got another shout out, and I'm hoping our friend doesn't mind me using this because she's put them. She put Karen Payne, my mama. Do you know anyone more bougie and legendary?
I don't.
I actually don't. Kazza P, we love you.
Kazza
Shout
P,
out.
love you big time.
My besties, genuinely so lucky to have these women in my life. Aww. My mom, 4 brain surgeries and a cancer scare, and she's still here being a legend. And that is from you.
That is from me.
Mama.
Love you, Mum.
So yes, they were the inspirational women that we had.
Y'all.
And we then asked the questions that we asked in the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
So we had, what are your non-negotiables?
Yes.
So obviously we had the shallow side of it, but also, you know, if you like something, you like something.
I like teeth.
Exactly. You're not going to go for somebody who doesn't have good teeth.
Exactly.
So non-negotiables. We had willingness to compromise.
Mm-hmm.
That is a big thing.
Yeah.
Must have good teeth.
Yes.
They have to be okay with my love for One Direction boys.
Fair enough.
I love that we're still there.
I listened to One Direction today, actually.
I fucking love them.
I was just listening to a random playlist whilst I was at work.
Yeah.
Because I'm allowed to have my headphones in whilst I'm working. And One Direction Perfect came up and I was like,
Oh,
what a banger.
What a banger. Thoughtfulness.
Yes.
The man has got to be thoughtful. Spent too much time on selfish boys.
Yep. Slay.
Preach. We don't want any selfishness.
No, we don't.
And then we got another one, which is don't ever leave me on red.
Yeah.
If your man is leaving you on red,
get rid.
Bye-bye.
In the bin.
Get gone. So, would you rather have a man with a strong hairline but bad breath, or good teeth with a receding hairline? 88% said good teeth but receding hairline.
Oh my god.
12% said strong hairline but bad breath.
Why would you want someone with bad breath?
I think from what I saw of who voted that, I think it's based on like what they prefer in a person. And then the next poll was, would you rather have a man with a good shoulder but a small peen,
teeny peen,
or a big peen with no shoulder? 53% said big peen but no shoulder.
Really?
47 said good shoulder but small peen.
Interesting.
Very interesting, yes. So this week's Would You Rathers
yes.
are: would you rather meet someone through someone else or through a dating app?
Oh, that's really hard because I've done both.
Have I? Yes, I have.
Well, yeah, you went to uni.
Yeah, but I did a lot of swiping as well. Swiping.
I mean, you met Bruno on Tinder.
Yes.
But it's hard because the experience I had with meeting someone through mutual friends was there was a lot of pressure on it to work. And it was not for me. So I ended up ending it. And I felt really bad about it. And then I was like, why do I feel bad for ending something that does not work for me?
Yeah.
I can't say that I enjoy dating apps because I don't. But at the same time, I do find for me, it's the only way that I can meet people. I don't go out often enough. And when I do go out, I'm more focused about spending time with my friends rather than meeting lads. It's just not for me. I'm not flirty, I don't think, in person. I'm actually quite shy.
I wouldn't say you're shy.
Reserved.
Yeah.
I'm reserved.
You're not shy now.
No.
Because if you were shy, you just wouldn't talk to anybody.
Yeah,
But you're the first person to talk to a stranger on a night out.
When I'm pissed, yeah.
Yeah.
But if I'm just a little bit tipsy and there's a hot boy, I'm like...
Yeah. Maybe that's where you're going wrong.
I know.
Maybe you need to venture out.
I don't have the confidence.
Maybe you need to venture out.
Until I'm drunk.
I'm going to say, one of my favourite stories to ever tell, and when they hopefully get married, I will love to tell this story around a table, is our friends who are moving to a different country in a couple of months.
Yeah.
They met in one of the bars in Chesterfield, and it was purely because he went, "Can I have your number?" They kept looking at each other all night, and then I do take full credit for this, and I will stand up and say this at their wedding, that if I did not make him check that mobile number that he had down in his phone was correct, they would not have gone on that date.
Yeah, because he took her number down wrong.
He did. And now, nearly 3 years later.
Yeah, crazy that, isn't it?
It's mental. Cute though. But yeah, that's one of my favourite stories in terms of organic meeting. But yeah, in terms of meeting somebody through somebody else, I have had that happen before, and it's awkward.
It is.
I guess even if it's just a one night thing, it's just a bit weird.
Yeah.
I understand setting people up, but yeah, like you said, there's a lot of pressure attached to it. If it happens organically, if you're on a night out with a group of friends and you end up kissing somebody that's in that group of friends, that's a bit different. But a physical introduction of, oh, this is Bruno, Louise, meet Bruno, and it's now there's loads of pressure for this for us to end up going home with each other.
And I kind of felt like that happened that night, even though it was kind of impromptu.
People
have been coming up to me all night saying Kevin fancies you.
That's a bit different, though. You weren't physically, like, put together.
No.
What I mean in, like, terms of meeting somebody through somebody else is,
yeah,
like, there's
that
a physical...
with my mum and Paul, though.
Well, that's a brilliant example of it working.
Yeah, like, Paul had just got out... This is my stepdad. Paul had just got out of a relationship, and he was really focusing on himself. He was really working hard at the gym. And my mum had been single for a little while, but not like a very, very long time. My mum was going to a barbecue of their mutual friends, and she was single, and so was Paul. So Paul's friend messaged him, and he was like, mate, you need to come to this barbecue. There's a woman here who would be right up your street. And Paul was like, oh no, mate, I don't think I can do that right now. Like, I'm not ready for a relationship. And then his friend was like, just get here. Just do it. They met. They've been together ever since.
Yeah. So it does, like, I've got friends at work who have met their partners through somebody else. And it works for them. Yeah. I think it depends on the person.
Yeah. I mean, you can meet the love of your life on Tinder.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Hello. Would you rather meet somebody through someone else or through a dating app? And then the second one is, would you rather have all the money in the world but be miserable, or be poor with the happiest life?
I would rather be poor with the happiest life, because that's kind of what I've got now.
That's literally what I was.
I mean, I'd prefer to be rich with a happy life. I wouldn't like to be rich and sad.
Yeah, no, who wants to be sad?
No one wants to be sad. I mean, I'm kind of poor and kind of sad, but I'm also kind of happy.
Yeah.
I'm in a nice medium, and that
is that
slay from us.
Thank you ever so much for listening and for watching and for doing all of the things.
Thank you for your ears for listening, and your eyes for watching, and your hearts for loving us.
Oh, that's nice.
Thank you. What did Robert Downey Jr. say?
Oh, you loved me back to life.
You loved me back to life. And I think that's my new favourite thing.
I love it. You know what to do if you haven't already. Follow us on Instagram. The Instagram is the.hoephase podcast, as well as the TikTok being the.hoephase podcast. The Twitter is thehoephasepod. And the email for all your stories is podcast.thehoephase@gmail.com. That's podcast.thehoephase@gmail.com.
She could be in advertising.
I really could. Congratulations to all the Oscar winners, because you will all watch this podcast. I know you will.
Yes, you will. One day when we're rich and famous like you guys.
More.
Another day, another destiny.
Also, justice for Rebecca Ferguson. Got no idea what's happened to her, but apparently somebody was horrible to her on set of Dune.
Yeah. Apparently it was it Dune?
No, it wasn't. It was a Dune interview that she talked about.
Yes. It was Hugh Grant.
Was it? Oh, beef. Justice for Rebecca Ferguson.
Justice for Rebecca Ferguson.
Love you, Florence Pugh. Don't know why I said that. I mean, accurate, yeah.
Sabrina Carpenter and Barry Keoghan.
I love it.
I'm
love to see it.
obsessed.
Did you see that he was wearing a Sabrina bracelet on his red carpet?
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
But that's really cute.
Yeah.
Love that.
Follow your heart. Always be yourself. Don't forget to slay the day away. Don't forget to cry. You are enough.
Don't forget to cry. Try not to cry.
Or don't forget to cry. You might need one.
Maybe you need to cry, but try not to.
Try not to, but if you need one, do.
Yeah.
Don't bottle it up.
You are enough.
Don't suppress those emotions.
Oh, don't do that. Also, you know that song that's like, and I'm back in Chicago.
Oh, yeah.
It's Joe Keery. From Stranger
No, it's
Steve
not.
Harrington from
No,
Stranger
it's
Yes,
not.
it is. Google it right now.
Shut the fuck up. No, it's not.
It's DJO.
DJO. Joe Keery!
Told you.
Oh my god! What the hell? Lupita and Joseph Quinn.
Are they together?
No? Question mark? Because I didn't think they were. Because Lupita is dating somebody.
Oh, okay.
But
they're like
besties. Don't forget to slay the day away.
Try not to cry.
You are Ken-off.
I'm just Ken.
Anywhere else. You are a 10. You're always a 10.
You're always a 10.
Don't forget that the rest is still unwritten. Love you all.
Love you guys.
Have a slay week.
Thank you for listening. Love you. Goodbye. Now you can do it. Bye, guys.
Bye.